Hello again, let's love English together. In the previous episode, I talked about idioms from colors. Today, I'll talk about idioms from the weather. And before we get started, let me tell you why do you need the idioms from weather. They are used often, especially in conversations. Most native English speakers will use a few of them several times a week just out of habit. They make your speech more interesting. Adding English weather idioms to your conversations will help you speak more colorfully. These expressions will give you nuance, small differences of meaning to your speech, letting you express yourself in more interesting ways. Are they going to be useful for you? Sure, English weather idioms can be useful. They can help you better understand native speakers and sound more like a native speaker yourself. So, let's get started. We'll start with rain idioms. Usually in English, rain refers to a trouble or something wrong. Let's check them out. When it rains, it pours. Example: first, my alarm clock didn't go off, so I overslept. Then, my power went out, so I couldn't make coffee. When I finally got to the empty office, I realized that it was Saturday. When it rains, it pours. You can use this weather idiom to talk about a situation where everything seemed to go wrong. In this idiom, rain refers to something bad that's happening. It's a way of talking about something that makes life difficult or spoils your plans. It pours tells you that many bad things are happening all at once. In British English, it never rains, but it pours is used the same way as when it rains, it pours.
When it rains, it pours, huh?
To save something to a rainy day. My dad makes $100 a week, but he saves $30 for a rainy day weekly. To prepare for a trouble, usually by saving money.
Save it for a rainy day.
As right as rain. Don't worry about me. I'm as right as rain. After my knee operation. Rain isn't always a sign of something bad. In this idiom, it means that everything is going well, or that someone is feeling better, healthy, or very well.
Right as rain.
Come rain or shine. For example, I will play football tonight, come rain or shine. To say that something will be done regardless of whatever happens. This idiom uses two opposite weather conditions, rain and sunshine, to mean no matter what happens.
Come rain or shine.
To take a rain check. For example, can we take a rain check on our cinema date? I have too much homework. Decline something now, but offer to do it at a later date. Not to cancel it, but to postpone something.
I'll take a rain check.
Now the clouds idioms. The common one is one of my favorite idioms. Yes, I do. I have a list for my 10 favorite idioms. If you want me to share it with you, just write it down in comments. Every cloud has a silver lining. I totally believe that in every bad thing happened to you had a silver lining. Example: I am not going on holiday this year, but every cloud has a silver lining, as I am able to spend more time with my family at home. To be optimistic and hope that something good can come out of a bad situation.
Every cloud has a silver lining.
To have one's head in the clouds. For example, I don't think Anne understands that she is in danger of not passing the course. She seems to have her head in the clouds. Not to know or understand what is going on, or to have unrealistic or impractical ideas.
Had his head in the cloud.
Not all clouds make you look stupid, because if you are in cloud 9, that's something else. On cloud 9. For example, she has been on cloud 9 since getting married. Extremely happy. So if you are in cloud 9, not 8 or 6, it must be the 9th, you are blissful.
Well, Peterson's on cloud 9.
The storm idioms. To weather the storm. For example, our business has had a lot of problems this year, but I'm sure it will be okay if we can weather the storm for just a few more months. In this idiom, Weather the storm, the word weather means to get through or to survive. The storm in this phrase could be any difficult time or challenge. So, this idiom means to wait and be patient until things get better. Storm in a teacup. For example, I don't think this flu scare is serious. It's a storm in a teacup. Exaggerate a problem. Or you may say, tempest in a teapot is more American, but storm in a teacup is more British. But you can use both.
Tempest in a teapot.
Cooking up a storm. For example, I am making a ton of food for my dinner party this weekend. I am cooking a storm. So, cooking a ton of food.
She's at home cooking up a storm.
But that's not the only way to use this English weather idiom. You can also use it to talk about the actual weather. For example, with that wind howling and the sky getting dark, I think it's really cooking up a storm out there. A lot of times, though, English speakers just use it to mean creating a lot of something, whether it's food, anger, fuss, or excitement. You could say the drummer was cooking up a storm on those bongos. This means that she was playing with a lot of style and energy. John's nasty remarks started cooking up a storm of anger inside of Ted. This means that John's words were causing Ted to get angrier and angrier. The lightning idioms. Lightning fast. For example, wow, did you see that man win the race? He was lightning fast. It means being very fast.
That's fast as lightning. Away I go.
To steal someone's thunder. For example, my classmate stole my thunder when he told the teacher that he did all the work on the presentation to do what someone else was going to do and receive all the praise, or take the attention away from someone else.
She stole my thunder.
Face like thunder. For example, you could tell Maria was angry. She had a face like thunder. When someone is visibly angry or upset, and you can notice the emotion on the person's face.
Stare at Dawn with a face like thunder.
The storm's idiom. The calm before the storm. For example, it's going to get very busy tomorrow. Today is the calm before the storm. Everything was going well, then suddenly something awful happened. So you can use this idiom if you have a brief moment of peace or quiet before a busy or difficult period arrives.
The calm before the storm.
It's a perfect storm. For example, less water means no crops, so it's a perfect storm. When a bunch of unlikely things happen all at once, and the result is something dreadful, it's called a perfect storm. In this case, the storm means all of the very different elements or parts that work together to make something happen. Even though it's called perfect, a perfect storm is not something you would welcome.
It's a perfect storm.
To break the ice. For example, Amanda is a very shy girl. If she goes to a party where she doesn't know anyone, she finds it hard to break the ice. We use it a lot, especially on the first day at school. We try to break the ice with our students. It means to say or do something to make someone feel relaxed or at ease in a social setting.
Allow me to break the ice.
Snowed under. For example, Mike is snowed under with work. He cannot come and watch the game with us tonight. When you have too much work to do or to have a lot of things to deal with at once.
How are you? I'm snowed under to be.
Under the weather. For example, Hazel did not come into work today. She was feeling under the weather. To describe feeling unwell or minor illness that are not life-threatening. It can sometimes be used when you feel overly exhausted after a long day or night.
Well, they're under the weather.
Full of hot air. His promises turned out to be a lot of hot air. Talking a lot but never doing what one says.
We say he's full of hot air.
A fair weather friend. Amira showed that she is a fair weather friend when I was sick. I needed her support, but she wasn't there for me. A fair weather friend is someone who's only around when things are going well. when you are having fun, in a good mood, or have money to spend. A person who doesn't help when his friend is in trouble.
A fair weather friend who seems benign but packs a wallop like a donkey kick and
Chase rainbows. For example, I know you want to become a famous footballer, but don't chase rainbows. It's very hard and you are just not good enough. Try to achieve the impossible. So, if you know someone who is trying to reach an impossible goal, you can say that they are chasing rainbows.
And don't say it to anyone. Keep your opinion for yourself.
Well, most of successful people chased a rainbow. Or if you are chasing your dream and being told that don't chase a rainbow, don't listen to anyone, but make sure you are not wasting your time.
come on, let him go chase rainbow.
To be a breeze. For example, today's idioms are going to be a breeze, to be easy or requiring little effort. Breeze is an air that flows lightly and gently, doesn't move with force. It moves easily. You might ask, is it hard to learn English with our idioms? I would say, no, it's a breeze. In other words, it's easy.
It'll be a breeze.
That's it for today's idioms. Watch my next video about idioms from animals. Keep it in mind and love English. Peace out.